There is nothing you can count on like your own best friend. We had a copy of the book. I was going to show it to you because I was really, the story was written, and I put this story in a drawer, and 20 years later, literally 20 years later, Sarah found the story that she had heard as an 8-year-old girl, and she was now 28 and looking for work. So I was really happy to give her some. She illustrated the book, and once we saw the illustrations, and once you see the illustrations, you understand why we were so enthusiastic about finally publishing it. And we published it in French, and it had a really nice run, but then all of my linguistically challenged friends kept up to me and coming to me and said, please, would you give us, because it's really not a children's book, it's a book for children, and the spirit of the book is the spirit that inspired me to write it, and that is for parents or grandparents of young children to share that experience with them, because I wrote the book to entertain my daughter, but also to teach her something. And so the values of tenacity and courage and friendship are really the heart of the whole thing. So I got some good friends here today, and you can all sing, I can tell, so we're going to do the turtle is called Hope, the crawfish is called Little Red, that's kind of obvious, but the turtle is called Hopewell Green, which I think is very symbolic for me. There's a place in New Brunswick, if you ever have the chance to go near Moncton, New Brunswick, there's the highest tides in the world, and there's a national Canadian park called Hopewell Rocks, and I always liked that name, and I said, well, if I ever had to write a story about a turtle, I would call it Hopewell Green. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and play the song for you right now. So. Little Red and Hopewell Green were the very best of friends. They shared many adventures in their days. But no matter where they've been, they remain the best of friends. They remain the best of friends always. It's your chance to shine. Best friend, you are my best friend. I'll stick with you no matter what is happening. Best friend, you are my best friend. There is nothing you can count on like your own best friend.
You're my best friend.
There are many trying times, and we all know in our lives, sometimes things don't go the way they planned. But no matter what will be, I will always be with thee. We will always be with you, always. Everybody come on. Best friend, you are my best friend. I'll stick with you no matter what is happening. Best friend, you are my best friend. There is nothing you can count on like your own best friend. So the story starts in a hurricane, where this very young crawfish encounters a turtle, and they're both being thrown about in the high wind and the water, and the crawfish is particularly sad because he's only, I don't know how old in human life that would be, but like he's only a couple weeks old. So he gets on the turtle's back, and they go through the flood together, and then once the water goes down, the turtle says to the little crawfish, he says, what's your name, little buddy? And the crawfish, he doesn't know his name. He's just a little baby crawfish. And so the turtle says, well, I'll just call you Little Red, Little Red. So Little Red it'll be. Now tell me, Little Red, how did you lose your claw? Oh my. And the little crawfish, he really hadn't even noticed that he didn't have but one claw left. He had got lost in the storm. So he was he lost his family, he lost his home, and he lost his claw. He was in bad shape. The turtle said, but listen, don't worry about it. We'll get you a new one. Don't worry about it. So the little crawfish was real happy. And so they started going off, and then the turtle said, what in the hell have I just done? I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know where we're going. And I just promised this little crawfish we're going to get him another claw. So they're going along. The next thing you know, here comes this, after a storm, there are always a certain kind of people that just go out and try to take advantage of the situation. And so you have these 4 drunk frogs. And they come up, and they're, what is this? This is the ugliest dam. It's got a turtle on the bottom and a crawfish on top. What the hell is that? So they're making fun of the turtle and the crawfish. The turtle says, well, I'm off to find a claw for Little Red. And the frogs go, a claw for Little Red? What? Come on. Get. You can't be serious. Yeah, I'm serious. Where are you going to do that? Now, if you come from South Louisiana and you know about the Homer legends, when you see an egret, a white egret, if you have a question, and you see an egret, the egret can answer your question. A large bird, it's like who to bet on in the 5th at the fairgrounds, and if you see a large bird. Well, the turtle knew the story, but he saw this great egret coming by, and he says, well, that way is where we're gonna go find a claw for Little Red. So they go off, and they're having a pretty good time, and they meet this pair of grasshoppers, and it's a really kind of funny little pair because, she's real bossy and he's real henpecked, but anyway, they join the company and they go off, and they get in, they're in South Louisiana, they're going north, so like when they get to Opelousas, things start to get a little hillier, and they get inside this forest, and they keep going around and around and around, and they keep forever, they just keep going around and around and around, and that woman, her name is Henrietta Grasshopper. Sans mieux en français, Henriette Sauterelle. Anyway, she's bitching the whole time. She said, you don't know where the hell we're going. You lost. And here comes this old cicada, an old cicada, a locust. And he's just bumping into trees. He's just, what's wrong with him? So the turtle says, Mr. Cicada, could you please help us get out of here? We've been in this chenier for days, and we have to go get a claw for Little Red, and could you help us, because we're lost? And the cicada says, I wouldn't help you even if I could, but listen, can't you see I'm like really old and almost blind? Why do you think I keep bumping in the trees? I can't do anything for you. I can't help you. I can't see. The turtle says, okay, what about if I gave you my eyes? Huh? What if I gave you my eyes and you could see and you could get us out of here? And the cicada says, what? You want to give me your eyes? Turtle says, yeah, okay. So Turtle gives the cicada his eyes, and that's pretty much a best friend to me. And now the cicada takes him out, and then they're in like North Louisiana, and it's like pine trees, and it's like they don't know what's going on, and then plus they're all cold-blooded animals. We got a turtle, a crawfish, and the frogs, and a couple of grasshoppers, and it's like really, really hot. So they say, well, if we go across this savanna, we're going to burn up. Our blood is going to boil. I just heard that coming in today, I just heard the end of the dinosaurs. It didn't take like a week or two, but it was instantaneous. Everything in the planet Earth turned to like 700 degrees or something. But anyway, I don't know. But that's kind of like this was for those animals when they were standing at the edge of this savanna going, how in the hell are we going to get over this thing? And here comes a tomcat, making his nightly rounds. And you know, tomcats can be either skittish or cats are really, I'm a cat person, so I know cats pretty well. Cats are pretty weird. But they can be really friendly or really not friendly. But this one was pretty friendly. His name was Bertrand. And the turtle says, how do we get across this thing? And the cat says, well, look, when it gets cool when the sun goes down, I'll be happy to take you across, because I'm a cat and I can see in the dark. So as soon as the sun came down, about an hour after sunset, they started crossing the prairie. And there's a wonderful illustration of it too, because you see the cat who's leading the little parade, and then you've got the crawfish on top of the turtle that's holding onto his tail, and he's pinching it so hard that the cat goes, oh. But he's so friendly that he doesn't say anything. So they get across, and then they get captured by a big, black, ugly crawfish, and then they get out of that, and then they get to the magic spider, because somebody had said there was a spider in North Louisiana, someplace around Shreveport, that when there were battles in the old days, well, he could, because of the web, because of the strength of his web, he could put bodies back together. So that's where they were going, and they got to see this beautiful magic spider, and they walked into the web, and it was the light was so dazzling. They were almost blinded by the light. And the turtle, who became the spokesman for the group, by now he was blind, but I say that he could see with his heart, and so he didn't need his eyes anymore. He says to the spider, he told him the whole story about the frogs and the hot and the cat and the cicada, and then the spider was very, 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 very amazed by the story. He says, I would love to help you. I would love to help you. He says, okay, so give me the claw. I'll be happy to put the claw back. And they went, who has the claw? Oh, well, we don't have a claw. I'm sorry. He said, and they were all very, very dismayed and dejected. So he says, but I know there's a big snake with legs that lives just over the hill. And that's the oldest thing around here. Maybe he would know what to do. It was an alligator. So they're walking up the nose of the alligator. And
That's a big alligator.
it's a very big alligator. When they got to, finally the eye opens up and they go, whoa, okay, what is this thing? So he says, okay, tell me your story. And so the turtle said, well, never mind, just get to the point, He says, well, we don't know what to do, and we're really dejected. And the alligator, the very, very wise alligator, said to this group of people, he says, y'all are full of shit. I didn't say that in the book. That's what it meant. He says, look, Henri Grasshopper is finally starting to get confidence in himself. The frogs have found this amazing relationship, and they're all sober for a change. And you, turtle, and you, crawfish, have found one of the most valuable things you can have in life, and that is a friend who will stick by you no matter what. So he said, now y'all go on back home. So they did, and that's pretty much the end of the story, although you'll have to read the book, and to read the book you might have to buy the book to find out all the salient details, because I left all the good parts out. But I'd like to sing it one more time for you. It goes like this. Little Red Hopewell Green was the very best of friends. They shared many adventures in their day. But no matter where they've been, they remain the best of friends. They remain the best of friends all the way. Oh, and by the way, you don't even have to buy the book, but you can download the song for free. On SoundCloud, you go to SoundCloud/Zachary Richard, one word, /best-friends, and you'll be able to download the song with Roddy Romero, and who else was playing on? Roddy Romero and David Greeley on fiddle, and I was going to get Charlie Adcock to play, but I couldn't afford him, so no, No, just kidding. But you can download the song on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Zachary Richard/best friends. And that's my Christmas present. And let's all sing this Christmas song. Little red and hope well green were the very best of friends. Shared many adventures in their days. But no matter where they've been, they remain the best of friends. They remain the best of friends always. Everybody sing. Best friend, you are my best friend. I'll stick with you no matter what's happening. Best friend, you are my best friend. There's nothing you can count on like your best friend. There are many trying times that we all know in our lives. Sometimes things don't go the way we planned. But no matter what will be, I will always be with you. You will always be with me, always. All right, best friend, you are my best friend. I'll stick with you no matter what's happening. Best friend, you are my best friend. There is nothing you can count like your best friend. Thank you all very much. And we're